Yeah, we wanted to do this video live, and direct because of the mere fact that there's a lot of things that need to be understood, and in this culture. And the reason why I'm talking about in this culture is because a lot of brothers feel like they can just freestyle this and it's okay. No, it's not okay. One thing I was learned, one thing I was taught, and one thing that I didn't even get put in yet, but I know pretty soon I will be, the hot seat is real. Like when you build with brothers, they gonna check your knowledge for real. They gonna make sure that you know what you know. It take one to know one. So when you sit here talking about the history and you're talking about different dates, times, understandings, levels of how the father taught, how Allah taught, that shit get real. It get heated because I'm gonna tell you something. You know, one thing for sure, two things for certain, things that you can guarantee is that a motherfucker will really die for what they love in this culture. One thing about today's supreme mathematics is it's understanding. You know what understanding means? It means to search, to examine, and to evaluate. That's how I see it. You know why? Because if I'm searching for something that I'm looking for, more than likely I'm gonna find it. If I'm evaluating or I'm examining my area of what I'm doing, more than likely I'm making sure that everything that I'm doing in that time frame of situations, that I'm doing it right and exact. And evaluating it is making sure that the cause is worth more than what the situation is. In other words, don't let your risk be more than your reward. So if you see it for what it really is, see it for what it is. If you don't see it for what it is, take the time to sit back and understand what you're looking at or what you're doing. Or look at what you're doing. Understanding it is really see. I'm gonna tell you something. One thing about understanding it really does come in time. It's a beautiful thing that I love about understanding is that it comes in so much time that you might not see it right now because you have a little level of misunderstanding, but in due season, you will see what you're talking about. You will see what's going on. You will see what people are saying to you. You will see what people meant when they said what they said. They said understanding is only meant for the 5%. Yes, true indeed. You know why it's meant for the 5%? Because the 5%, no one understands what it takes to be the person that we need to be, because we have that level of experience to help teach other individuals how to be right and exact. We teach them on all angles and all levels and all planes of thought that when it comes time to you drawing it up, you have to draw it up. Understanding means to draw things up in the fine mist in which you can see it. Because sometimes when you in a mist, that doesn't mean you blind. That doesn't mean that you just can't see the thing for what it really is. Oh, like let's put it like this. Let's just say you was in a swamp or in a bayou and it was foggy and you couldn't see and you was like almost blinded. What would you do? There's certain tactics, there's certain weapons, there's certain levels of artillery that you use to help you see things different. Right? Flashlights, like beam lights that separate fog. There are fog lights. There are different type of lights that you look at in life that you could be able to help you see through situations. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of individuals don't understand that. Understanding is the best part because of the mere fact that you might not like it, but it's going to tell you a story. Understanding tells you the story of what you need to see. It's the story of knowledge and wisdom. That's what it is. It's a book of knowledge and wisdom. If you only could base your life on understanding, I'll tell you one thing. You will never know what life and experience is about. If you only base your life on understanding like how things go and how things really are supposed to go, you would never live your life to the full extent of what you're supposed to live it. Why? Because you will always think that everything is supposed to be this way. That's your understanding. In the Bible, I now know what it means when it says, lean not to thine own understanding, but in all ways acknowledge him. Meaning, make sure that what you're talking about or what you know or what you feel that you know to be right and exact is what it is. Because if it's not, you need to go back to the drawing board. You need to go back to your brothers and sisters that got the knowledge and experience to help you. And you need to talk to them about the situation that you're facing, which is a wrong situation. In other words, you were in error what you thought that what it is, and it's not really what it is. Understanding comes in time because of the mere fact that there's times where we don't know the full extent of what something can happen, or how something happens. For instance, let me give you a level of understanding. You don't know what they say. You don't miss a good thing until it's what? Gone. That's the gone part is the understanding. You don't miss it until you don't do the knowledge to the wisdom until that shit walks out of your life and you say, damn, they were serious. That's understanding. You know what understanding leaves you? In a state of empathy, wanting to feel bad about and want to sympathize with yourself because you fucked up and you made a mistake. And you said to yourself, hey, I'm not going to do that anymore, but you did it. And then at the end of the day, now, matter of fact, I'm going to do this in a video. I'm going to draw this up and I'm going to tell y'all.